Elimination Chamber. 6 men enter, 1 walks away as the new winner. That's what this whole playset's all about. And it is a revamped version from anything we've seen before. So it was something that had to be created. You recall, before the whole creation of this, the chamber looked different, especially when it came to the top portion. Eventually, it developed into literally an AJ Styles house. I mean, that's kind of what everybody was saying. If you look at the style of the top and how it comes together with the rest of the sides, it kind of does look like a house, like straight up. So AJ Styles, he will be the exclusive figure that you will see in the playset. Here he is over there. Now, we did make a custom version of it right here, so we will do a side-by-side comparison. Before we do, though, I want to show you the box. We'll get in depth. We'll get it all unboxed. We'll get it reviewed here for you. Here's the dimensions. You got 55 cm, or, you know, in English terms, US, 22 inches by 20 by 22. So it is a big thing, man. Like, it's not an authentic scale, which I know that's a lot of thing that people were talking about, wishing that it was. If you do want to pick this up, it is up at Ringside Collectibles, link in bio. Code HERO is going to save you some money. Now, these pods, so the way that it plays out, if you look over here on the side, they have like a sliding glass door, so you can slide it open so the superstar can come in. Or if you want to detain and restrain your opponent before the the count goes to, what is it? I think it's every so many minutes the other competitor comes in, you can. So that's the way that you got all 4 pods, and then 2 men start out in the ring. And you know we're gonna do some matches. You know that we got to do some figure matches. Over here, it kind of has the actual real one. So the mock image of this, you guys, the way that it looks like in the box, in the card, it's pretty neat, man. It's a nice combination of the actual set itself as to what it reflected in the real world. So really neat. Like, really the only thing that you're gonna see here that's missing is gonna be like the whole light fixture. Now, there is some pretty good ideas that I have seen out there where you just put like a light underneath it and you can like make it blink, so if you do the countdown, you can have that. And then the ring right here, as you can see, you are gonna get a basic style of ring, and it is cut out right here on the sides. And I think the reason why they did that is just so you can get the right fitment around that. I don't believe you'll be able to fit the authentic scale. I'll still try it. Actually, I'm almost positive, because if you look at the circumference around that, yeah, it's not gonna happen. Here's the side image if you do want to see what's going on the side. I don't think if anybody's gonna pick this up, I can guarantee you that nobody's gonna want to keep this like in the box. You're gonna want to get it out. You're gonna want to play with it, because that's what play sets are all about. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get this assembled right now. Awesome, so here is the Hell in a Cell all assembled, and I already do have all the competitors in there waiting to throw down some action. Now let's go over a little bit of the construction. I'm going to tell you this, it is going to be a good while. Put yourself at least a good 20 minutes to a half an hour to get this all going. And instructions, this is going to be the one set that's going to really require instructions. There's a lot of parts where it has to connect, so you have to do the base first. The ring, I mean, that's pretty simple. It's self-explanatory, where you put the posts inside the inserts and you get that ring all taken care of. But it's going to be the surrounding piece that's you're going to really have to pay attention. It's all clipped. When you hear a little clip sound on all those corners, you'll hear that all 4, that surface area right here, it's all connected. And then on the bottom, you're going to have a platform, kind of like the Elite scale ring. The surrounding area is also going to have a platform. Right underneath, you're going to see these little structure pieces. The centerpiece, it's going to be a 2-piece connecting, and then over here, it's going to be 2 individual pieces that you'll put right there. Now, for the actual pods themselves, when you do put it together, Initially, you are going to go ahead and have to insert only one piece of the glass, which will be the front piece. Once you have that put together with the bottom as well as the top, that's when you'll slide in these inserts. And the inserts right here, this is kind of what allows them to go in and out of the pod. Now, the one thing that they should have done, and I don't know if we'll ever get that in an Elimination Chamber playset, but have one of these like breakaway. Make it functional to where if you either do like a spear or any kind of move, because it has happened on so many different occasions where they've gone through the pod to make one of the superstars come into the ring or just use it as an actual weapon. Now, the height on this, it's tall. I mean, if you get Dean Ambrose, because he was one of the competitors, this is kind of what they're going based off. I don't think he was shirtless quite yet. He can stand pretty well, and I think that's the reason why they have the opening right there. So if you get, like, let's say for some strange reason, Undertaker or Kane wanted to take flight, you got a little bit of gappage right there where the figure, a 7-foot tall monster, can still be able to stand on top of the pod. I don't think you were able to do that with the previous Elimination Chamber set, and you can get some nice height, man. Like, this is way above and beyond the actual turnbuckle. Like the Lunatic right here, watch out, Super Cena. You got Ambrose coming straight at you. So that's pretty neat. Now, the ring right here, I don't know. Yeah, you're not, there's absolutely no way that you'll be able to fit an authentic scale. You can see the gap right here, the gap difference from the actual surface place where they can go outside and battle and the actual ring. There isn't that much clearance. I mean, there's maybe like 1 centimeter, so putting in an elite scale, it's not plausible. Now, apart from this, you guys, the way that you're gonna have to play with this, like if you want to do, pig fed, or if you want to do stop motion, or if you want to do a WHF extreme fight, you're gonna have to open up part of the pod, and that's kind of what I did. You can either keep it right there on the hinge right there, or just go ahead and take it off completely so you can get both of your hands in there. You can either take the big one off or the smaller one, because each section, each 4 corners, it's going to be connected by 2 pieces. So the main piece right here is going to connect to the smaller one, what you're seeing right here. So I think for me, it's going to have to be like just the bigger side of it all, so you can get both hands in there. So what do I think about this? I gotta rate this. I'm gonna tell you this right now. It is a nice piece. I would highly recommend it. If you've never picked up an Elimination Chamber, this playset's gonna be it, man. You go back and you try to pick up some of the older ones that Mattel has tried to release. It's it's very expensive and it is old, and these things right here, the more and more you play with it, the more you have to worry about these connecting pieces just breaking off on you. So for the same price point, man, and it is what you're currently seeing right here on the brand, on the main brand. This is the style now. They changed it. It used to be flat. Now it kind of has like a pivot going up top. That's the thing too. So you can either play from the side right here, or you can come up right here, you unclip it, there's going to be a couple of clips, and you unhinge that from the top. You can see the little clip right here that will connect it, so when you do unsnap it right there, you'll be able to open it up. So you can play from the top, you can play from the side. I think the side is just going to work really cool. And the thing too, you can actually kind of see like these things right here, where the superstar, I think, can't remember which superstar did it in this match. It might have been Dean Ambrose, actually. I know Jeff Hardy might have also done it, but I think that was off the Hell in a Cell. But you could actually hang your superstar from the top right there. Like, let's say they climb up the cell, right? They climb all the way up and they say, that's not high enough. Let me get all up in there. So they go all the way up top, right? You hang on, and then you jump on John Cena one more time. So again, so many different scenarios, so many different moves, and we're going to put it to use. This is going to be really fun to mess around with. I mean, I'm already getting some ideas as to what we can do with it. Before we get into the ideas, though, we need to talk about the AJ Styles, which is the exclusive figure for this. Oh, wait, hold on. This is not the AJ Styles. No, Mattel did not give us an Elite. Instead, they said, you know what? We're not doing Elite scale. Why would we do an Elite? Let's give them a basic. So I do have the basic right here. So let's go ahead and put it side by side with that one. How do they compare? Well, obviously, one is Elite and the other one's basic. But with all that put aside, we have to go over the actual tight design, because it's going to be the paint deco on the tights that's going to distinguish the custom from the basic. And the last thing that I do want to cover for the chamber over here, they do have actual WWE logos that you can place. The big one is going to go on the middle of the ring. I'm not going to do that with mine, just so I can get that real genuine like feel to it as to what we saw on TV. Because I mean, when do you ever see, like, the only time you saw a WWE logo in the center of a ring was back in the old like WWF days. They got away from that. Over here, this is going to be 3 pieces for each turnbuckle. So that one will go over here, vice versa. You guys get the idea idea. So if you want to get all stickered up right here with your Elimination Chamber, you definitely can do so. Now, AJ, okay, AJ Styles, when he did wear this, I do believe, I'm almost 100% positive that during this time, he did have the birth of his daughter on the side of the tattoo. So I am noticing a big difference on the custom. It actually does have that. So the extra number right here towards the bottom end, it does have it. The basic, they just went ahead and used the same reprint. So I think when this was in production, when the idea was to put this all assembled, the AJ Styles that they currently had in inventory was this one. The hairpiece is going to be more accurate on this. I think when we had made this custom on the channel, the head scan, we had the short hair. That was the only thing we had to work with. So I think for the time being, that's what played out. Now, there is no knee pads. So there's like, this is one thing that I can't really address anymore when it comes to AJ Styles. Okay, yes, he should have knee pads. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm telling you is that Mattel, they've kind of always taken the step back when it comes to adding knee pads to AJ Styles. Far in between, they would add, and it never made sense as to why some series, whether it was Elite or Basic, got them. But this one does not have the knee pads. You're getting the Phenomenal on the right, you're getting the one on the left, and you're getting that same AJ Styles logo that we saw right here. And look, the overall size and proportion, I am liking this. I think they did a great job on the Basic. So capturing the P1 logo and all that, it is on point. The belt, some minor accuracies, not too much that I can take away from it. I mean, it actually does have the straps, which is one up from previous basics that we have seen, as well as the centerpiece. So ranking right now, I'm telling you, for an Elimination Chamber, if you don't have one, which I don't, I never got the Elite scale, and we're never going to get one. I hate to say this, you guys, and I hate to say never, but I don't think we'll ever get an authentic scale that you'll be able to put either the Raw or SmackDown. Mattel, I want you to prove me wrong. I don't want to hold my breath and say, oh, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and wait for the Elite scale. And the reason why I'm saying this, you guys, is because one, they've gotten away from oversized playsets. So the fact that we even have this in front of us, the fact that Mattel is still releasing something like this, it's an impressive manner, and it's not going to be something that'll be found at retail. I mean, overseas, UK, it's been found at Smith's, and that's because Smith's is very similar to Toys R Us, where they actually have the shelf space for something of this capacity. But when it comes to the US, the only way that you'll see something like this is with Ringside and them throwing up at a Ringside exclusive. I'm giving this a solid 10. Yeah, you're getting a solid number from me, and that's just because of the fact that you got some great functionalities. You know what, we'll do a 9.5. The only half point that I'll take away is by not having those breakaway pods. Apart from that, you guys, would highly put this up on your list if you plan on picking this up for either now, something for the summertime, for Christmas, something like this, a playset of this magnitude. It's a must to complete the overall arena. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.